Hello, welcome to the Set Down Conversations with Unc. My name is Shawn Poe, aka the Ghostwriter, and I'll be your guest host for today. Welcome to Conversations with Unc. My name is Shawn Poe, and today I've been invited to guest host, and my guest is no other than Big Unc. I've met him and had the privilege of working with him through penning his biography, and in that instance, he's asked me to come out and ask him some questions, not only based on that, but based on the things that he has planned for the future, where he's trying to go with the podcast, and what he hopes to present to the world based on his presentations that we see all the time on the Big Unk Show. So without further ado, let's bring out some who know him as Jay. Others may know him as Big Unk.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. The Carolina boy in the house. Carolina boy in the
How's it
house.
going?
Welcome to
you,
the
brother.
set. Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for
You
having
already
me.
know. Thank you.
It is a pleasure indeed.
Oh, man.
First off, let me say I enjoy what you've done with the set.
Thank you.
You came a long way.
Yeah, man. Doing it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make strides with this thing, man.
Awesome. I see it in progress. So I guess without further ado, we could jump right into it if you're ready. The first question I have for you is, what made you get into podcasting, and why do you think you should be heard?
Man, actually, man, what made me get into podcasting was like, I used to sit around, I had cats, used to come around to the crib, man, and I chop it up with them, man. And I had a couple of younger cats, man, entrepreneurs and stuff that I used to always build with, man. And, my main focus was always trying to, let them know that, as great as your talents were, what I'm saying, you had to be just as great, So I always preach personal success. And they would always be like, oh, man, why don't you goddamn, put a book together. Whoop, whoop. But at that time, what I'm saying, my mind wasn't really right there. I wasn't even really I guess I hadn't even put myself in that place to even get started on something like that. Mm-hmm. And then eventually, man, I had a friend of mine, younger cat, that, he had some things going on in his life, man. And I just wanted to show him, like, if you believe in yourself and you got faith in yourself and you're not afraid to fail, then put everything into what you want to do for yourself, right? And so we started a podcast, man, and it was called Conversation with Unc, hosted by Nephew Brandon. So actually, that's how it first started, man. We first started doing, like, I had that podcast right there, man. And then, eventually he had some things going on in his life where he wasn't able to, stick through with it, you know what I'm saying? And I understood that too. So, he went off and he ventured off into doing what he's doing. He's doing great things now, And so I just kept going with it, man. I just kept going with it. I had stopped doing the podcast and I was just basically just focusing on videos and stuff. But I wanted to talk more. I felt like I had more to say. And so that's how the Conversation with Unc, the Wake and Bake show started, man, from like just trying to show people and want people to know that, man, you could do anything you want to do, man, if you're willing to get up every day and put those kind of choices into your life. And I think to answer your question about, matter of fact, the last question was,
why do you think you should be heard?
And yeah, exactly. It's because, man, I think, man, that everybody understand personal success. I don't think they understand it, but I think we all connect in that way of life. You know what I'm saying? We all wake up to the same day. We all go through the same thing. It's just the perspectives that we have about what we're going through. And I think my message, man, brings everything back to the person, not to the things that we blame and place faults on for why we may not be successful in our own lives or that stuff, but making people understand, man, that it start right here. It start with yourself first. So that's why I think, man, my connection, man, and just with that message, because like I say, man, I can't teach you how to be the best book writer, but I can tell you that, man, if you're not as great as the words you put into the books, then probably, ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit, so understood. Yeah, so that's where it came from.
Understood. Real quick, about how long have you been in radio?
Man, I want to say probably about 2 years. About 2 years.
2 years.
About 2 years. I say when I say 2 years, I mean, just playing around with this right here. Uh-huh. But mostly, man, it's just being Instagram. It started with just all the Instagram, the big persona, because everybody know me as Jay. Most of my friends and stuff, they know me as Jay, but the big personality came from Instagram. Yeah, that's where it really came from.
All right. I have another question.
What's going on?
Who is your target audience? And I'm gonna follow that up real quick with what demographic group are you trying to reach?
Everybody, man.
Everybody.
But I ain't gonna say everybody. Let me stop. Because I told somebody this yesterday. Look, I'm trying to reach my demographics, man, is any age, man. If you want to be successful, if your goal is to be successful in life, man, and create a situation for yourself and for your family, man, then this is who this message is for. Because this message is about, man, not giving up. This message is about believing in yourself and having faith in yourself, man. So that's why when I get asked that question about the demographic, man, I don't really want to say that it's just for, I guess because the language and the way I come across, I would say 18 and older. Okay. Simply for that reason. But far as the message go, man, I'm talking about anybody, man. You could be from Microsoft. You could be goddamn working at Ted Turner, goddamn on the radio. You could be doing anything, man. Because like I say, my message is not about your talents. My message is about the person, about having personal success. And personal success, man, is mental, physical, and spiritual success. Because, a lot of times people get caught up in chasing financial success and forget about them. They forget about the most important thing is who we are. And so that's why I preach, man, personal success, man. Getting up every day and be a better person, man, regardless of your circumstances. So, yeah, that's my messages, man. And that's why I don't really be like, when people ask me that question, it's kind of hard to answer because it's for anybody. It's for anybody.
So I had an order of how I was going to ask these questions, but based on your answer, I'm going to go ahead and jump into a question.
Let's go, man.
More fitting
Let's go, man.
As a follow-up. So, being that you're trying to reach everyone and anyone who will listen,
yeah,
I want to know, how did you come up with the wake and bake theme? And I'm gonna follow that up with, do you think that you're including marijuana in the podcast limits your audience, increases it, or doesn't affect it at all?
I don't think it affected it at all. And the reason I say that I don't think it affected it at all, because anybody that's trying to be successful in their own life, man, you can look past the bullshit, right? Because I think if the smoke is what turns you away from hearing a message that can influence you or make you think about the way you're going about your life, man, then hey, that's your choice. And like I say, with my theme, man, is like when I sit down here, I understand that, hey, man, the way I talk and the way I come across to a lot of people, man, it may be different, man, but I think that, as long as I believe in it and as long as I stay grounded with it, man, it'll reach the people that's going to reach, man. Because like I said, man, my message is strictly for people that's trying to be successful. Because see, people that's really and truly trying to be successful, man, they not studying all that. They not studying this shit. And matter of fact, a lot of the people that act like this right here a problem smoke the shit too. So, man, I don't really get in there. And actually, I can tell you exactly why I do a lot of stuff that I do, man. Because see, like in the beginning, I smoke, right? I smoke. Me and my wife, we smoke, man. We go out, we hang out, we kick it. You know what I'm saying? We go to strip clubs, we do all this shit, man. And I just want to let people know, man, that look, man, you don't have to give up who you are, man, to live your life the right way. You don't have to act like as if these things, because when you do that, you doom yourself down. And then once you put out here in front of the public, people can point out flaws. You know what I'm saying? Because all this time you've been putting yourself out here like you this and you was like that. And the whole time you on some other shit. So I just try to stay as true to myself as I can without giving too much of my life to, too much of my life in that way. But, yeah, man, and far as the smoke and the marijuana, man, all this shit about branding, man. Because like I said, I love to do this shit, man. I'm passionate about getting up every day, man, and telling people like, yo, man, this is what you got to do and this is what you need to do in order to be great, man. You got to work on your personal side. I love doing that shit. That's my passion, man. But at the same time, man, you know me, I'm a capitalist, man. So everything that you see going on in this set, man, this shit is about the long term. This is about the long con game, man. This is about, eventually get somebody to pay me to put their water bottle up there. Eventually get somebody to say, well, man, you know what, dog? I see he smoke. You know what I'm saying? You got $1 billion weed agriculture companies, man, that that's influencing the fate of the world right now as we speak. So, my message is clean. But if they can use me and put me, so that's why I say, man, a lot of stuff that you see going on in the set, man, this all about branding, man. This all about building up, the podcast influence, man. So when you look at it, or when somebody try to describe me to them, if you ain't never heard of me, they could be like, yo, he smoke. He always stay fresh, as y'all can see, Carolina boy in the house, you already know. But yeah, man, so this is what it's about, man. But I do this, man, because like I said, and that was a perfect question, man, because a lot of times, man, people get thrown off by shit that don't even matter, And if you let that affect you being able to come in and fuck with Big Unc on a daily basis and get this realness, then that's your fault. Because like me and you talk about, man, everybody got a choice to make. I'm just making mine. Peace.
All right.
Yeah.
So, tell me about a time where you have said something over the airways and you have seen or heard about it impacting someone's life.
Oh, all the time. And I don't mean to pat myself on the back, people, but it do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like I said, man, because I know my message homes in on everybody, man. Because everybody go through life, right? Everybody got ups and downs and pains and discomforting moments of times where they feel like, damn, I just can't get through this part of my life. And that's when you come tune in to Uncle Big Ump, man. Because I'm going to tell you, man, that's bullshit. Right, so I've had people, man, DM me, man, and tell me like, yo, I appreciate, man, that message and you know the things you said and stuff, and it'd be crazy because right, like how you asked the question before, it'd be people that I was like, I wouldn't even thought, bro, like like an older white lady, you know what I'm saying? And when I go look at her page, it's like what? But it just go to show me and give me the validation, man, that yeah, this is it, this is it, yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk about the book a little bit.
Let's go in, man.
In your biography,
Our baby, man.
you made mention to 2 times
Okay.
that you gave up your freedom in order to protect the woman in your life.
Yeah.
That being said, what is your view on religion and God?
Oh man, boy, stop. You already know. Now, God is very important, man. God is very important. The religion aspect of it, man, you know, it can be, you know, it just depends. But far as God, oh man, everybody needs something higher than themselves in their life, man. Because if not, you will always think you the shit. You know. But man, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. That was the one that told me to get off my ass and quit bullshit. Just like that. Like people think, man, God ain't got a sense of humor, man. But if you listen to him, man, he sounds just like you. And so, man, I preach that, man. I preach that from Josh to mental, spiritual, and physical financial success. Them the 3 things, man. The 4th one is financial. But you got to have mental success in order to be able to get outside your door and deal with that shit that's going on outside there. Then you got to have your physical success, man. That's what's going to make sure that you're able to goddamn be in condition to move around and goddamn take care of the bit. But then you got to have that spiritual success, man. Because that spiritual success, man, keeps you grounded. Keeps you grounded, and that's why I am the way I am right now, man. I stay grounded, man. I don't get too far away from what's really going on to the point where I think that I'm the one that's going on, man. Nah, I don't do that. That ain't my thing. Yeah.
Religion?
Like I say, man, religion, man. I just have faith in God. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the religion, man, it's kind of like picking sides, right? Like, so if me and you sit here and I'm like, oh, I'm a Christian or I'm a Baptist, and you like, oh, well, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. You know what I'm saying? People tends to think that they can't communicate no further than that right there. But if you just talk about God, we can talk all day. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to religion, man, I think, you know what I'm saying, I don't really, you know what I'm saying, do it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like congregate with a bunch of people in that way, but I don't condone it, right? I think that, hey, if that worked for you and you feel like that's what you need in your life, then, hey, man, hey, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because only you know what you have to go through. See, me, myself, man, I just think that I got enough faith in myself, the same kind of faith that I got in God, that I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, you know, be in that type of point, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yep.
Moving along.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With the state of affairs the world is in,
Yep.
specifically with the COVID-19 pandemic,
The C word, people.
what do you think the future holds for mankind?
Man, look here. See, this is way people get thrown off with a lot of shit. And the thing that I can say about that right there, man, is like my tax bracket don't go that high up, and my education level ain't that high, you know what I'm saying? But I say to hell, the most important thing, man, is my kind. You know what I'm saying? But meaning me. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you verbatim. I can tell you exactly what's gonna go on in my life from here on out. I can't tell you about that thing outside that door, man. That shit change every day. So I tell people, that's one of my preachers. I don't get caught up in the world. I don't get caught up in that shit outside my door. Don't get me wrong. I'm informed. Like, I listen and I hear what's going on, but I don't let it influence the way I live my life, like a lot of people doing today. You know what I'm saying? And those things tend to turn to be excuses for why you don't do what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get deep into that right there, man, I'm more focused on me and you, right? So like if we conversate and I'm not gonna conversate out what's I'm conversate like what you gonna do, where you at in your life, you know what I'm saying? Do you got what you need to have in your life? You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what matters at the end of the day. Cause like I tell people all the time, man, don't nobody really give a fuck at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? People along the way, people act they do, but at the end of the day, when you really, man, you know how that is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that's everybody. But in the moment, it do feel like that, you know. So I just be like, man, I don't really get caught up in, you know, what the world, because I don't believe the world control nothing I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's financial. Now, once you ain't got no money, then yet the world control a lot of your shit. But as long as you stay goddamn grounded and stay on your grind and get to some paper, then shit, man, you ain't got to be worried about what nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Understood.
yeah.
Understood. All right.
Yes,
So this is my final question.
Okay, what's up? What's up?
All right. So you're coming out with a biography in the coming months.
Yup.
Tell me, why do you need an additional outlet beyond radio?
Yup.
And what do you hope to accomplish with your biography?
Yo, man, this biography, man, this is my baby, man. This, like I said, I like, you know, so I like I never thought about like this is something I would do. I ain't gonna say never. I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I had started thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? And then my partner Kenyatta, you know, he introduced me to you and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's another guy.
Shouts out to Kenyatta.
Yep. And so like I said, man, people were just talking. And then as I started getting into this, and I started getting into like the big unk and the wake and bake and this and that. And I started, you know what I'm saying, learning how to edit. And I started learning how to, you know what I'm saying, work Pro Tools. And I started, because see, a lot of times we think what we're passionate about, that's the only thing we need to know. But in order to be great at what you're passionate about, you got to learn a whole lot of other shit. And that's what started happening. So that's why, like, if you go back to my old page, like go down to my old page, you will see the transition, how it started from just, all I was writing was quotes, man. Just like quotes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Get high and write quotes and, you know what I'm saying? And then it started from talking to partners and shit at the cribs, and then they coming over, and then doing the first podcast with my homie. And then after that right there, man, everything just kept building and building and building. And then once I got to the podcast, it was like, man, now it's time for me to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, people know Big the podcast, man, and you know, the straightforward, in your face, you know, fuck the bullshit type stuff. But the book, Jay, who I am, man, I'm laid back, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how I rock, man. You know I'm laid back. I ain't with all, you know, I ain't with the too much. Like I always tell people, Big Unk is my ego. Big Unk is the ego that I had to suppress. Big Unk is the ego that used to live my life, used to make all my choices. You know what I'm saying? And I would find myself, you know what I'm saying, you know, living through the ego. I would be in prison, and you know I would go through all these things that we talk about in the book, right? So I had to learn to control who Big Unk was, man. And so I had to give Big Unk his own life so he could live, but only through the way that I needed him to. So that's how Big Unk came about, man. Like not giving a fuck, bro, because that's who I am. Big Unk is who I am gonna be in 10 years from now. The no nonsense. So that's how I have to be right now. I can't wait till I get on my feet and do all these things before I become this person. And so with the book, man, it allowed people to see who Jay is and how I came to, you know what I'm saying, to get to where I'm at right now. And actually the book don't even go all the way into that right there, but it give you a glimpse about how you have to have faith and belief in yourself no matter what's going on in your life. And that's why I always preach people like be greater than your circumstances, because as you read the book, it's going to be a lot of times and a lot of circumstances in my life, man, that had I not been great as a person and believed in myself as a person, I probably would have failed, right? As you write the book, you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And we talking and stuff, you know, so man, this book is very important, man. This book allows me to get a chance to go to sit down and see exactly what you know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing when you live in it, but then when you reading it or you seeing it on a movie and stuff, man, it's a different level to it, man. And then, you know, man, my mom and my wife and my sister, it's a lot of people that don't even know, man, don't even know a lot of the shit that me and you talked about and that's going on in the book. My family don't even really know. So it's going to be a shocker to them. It's going to be like, damn, so that's what you was going through. And that's why you were, you know what I'm saying? So it really give me a chance to explain myself, you know what I'm saying? And let people know, you know what I'm saying, that, bro, I used to fuck up. I used to make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be so passionate now. Because I know, like, you can't tell me, right? Like, when I talk about people in fucked up places and doing fucked up shit, man, it's like, I'm telling you this because I used to be them people. When I tell you that what's going on outside your door, man, and the life that's outside, that shit is dangerous. That shit, I'm telling you because I used to live out there. So a lot of the things that I talk about on my podcast, on my web page, or whatever, however you get this information from me, man, this is like tried. This is tried and tested. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And so I believe in this shit, man, and I know that it's true, man, and I just want everybody else to believe in it. Not believe in what I'm saying, but believe in your motherfucking self, because that's what this shit is about, man. So, yeah, man, this book, man, just allowed me, man, to, like, make my amends with people, you know what I'm saying, and to show people that, look, at one point, hey, this is what was going on in my life, but look, now I'm married, you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting down, I'm writing my own book, you know what I'm saying, I'm happy, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm really happy, man, and, you know, that's the most important thing to life, man, is being happy, like having your own personal happiness, right? Because if you ain't got that, when shit else ain't going right in the world, then what else make you happy? And so that's why I think going on right now, man, I think that a lot of people was going throughout life not even realizing that they didn't have personal happiness. They just had a lot of things that made them happy. But now the coronavirus come in and it shut everything down. It make people have to realize and understand that, damn, man, my shit ain't together the way it should be. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't got the best relationship that I thought we had. Because now all you left with is each other. You ain't got shit going on outside your door. Everything going on is in your life. And so if you willing to deal with it, then deal with it. But if not, then you know where this shit gonna take you. But that's why I tell people, don't be complaining about being set down and, you know, man, straighten your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this made it say, man, you know what? I need to take more control of my life because I don't need to be working for some way, man, that might shut down and I can't afford to take care of my family. Absolutely. So, yeah, man. So, you know, that's what this is about, man. This is about the journey. I just want people to be able to go through my whole page and go through my discography when it come about it my whole life and be like, yo, bro, I watched this man come from here to here just on this level. And I'm not afraid to show my failures either, man. You can go back and look at them fucked up ass videos, the visuals and shit, and you can listen to them old podcasts and hear how the sound went together. And then now you can see me sitting on this table with a guy that started out just as a book writer, but now I call my friend. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, man, that's what this book is about, man. That's what this podcast is about. That's what our relationship is about, man. And that's what Big Unc about, man. Motherfucking succeeding and being successful, not just in my life, but in everybody's life that I can come in contact with, man. So, man, you know, I just want to say thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying? For giving me your time, bro. For giving me your energy, man. You know what I'm saying? For tolerating, you know what I'm saying, Big Up, man. You know, because I can get, man, when we be in the mode and we try, you know, we locked in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, man, that's the only way we going to get it done, man. Yeah. And so that's why I want to say thank you again, Shawn Poe.
Thank you for having me, brother.
You already know.
It's been fun seeing this journey turn into what it is and being a part of it. And there you have it, folks. Conversations with Unc.
You already know. And that's another one. Checkmate, motherfucker. Go.